Okay, so this is now more of a progression session. So once you've had a go at doing the other session, working on some of the breathing in the pre-Pilates, you can have a go at tackling. This is our basic mat work introduction, 6 or so exercises that you can do in the space of 15 to 20 minutes. It might slow down a bit today because I'm going to show you a few modifications and alternatives that you can do should you feel anything uncomfortable in the neck or lower back. Okay, I'm going to get the girls to do the squat down into the mat. It's not essential, you can just start lying down on the mat. It's just something we do in class. It starts to, works the quads, gets the blood pumping around nice and quickly. So, ready ladies? Take one foot behind the other, stack your hands one on top of the other. Take a deep breath in, lift nice and tall. And then exhale, the tailbone reaches to the mat as the crown of the head reaches to the ceiling. You're lengthening as you go, bottom comes down. And then in your own time, legs bent, let's roll down nice and slowly. Vertebrae to time, lower back, middle back, upper back. Good, okay, so if you've done your pre-Pilates, or if you don't feel comfortable going straight into your hundreds, you can do a few little preparations prior to that. And we're going to go straight into the hundreds. The hundreds is everyone's favourite exercise, and it's called the hundreds because we breathe in for 5 counts, and we breathe out for 5 counts. It's a breathing exercise, but as you go through it, you'll realise it's a lot more than that. It's actually a really, really good tummy exercise. So, bring your knees into your chest, reach your arms up to the ceiling, squeeze your heels together and just let your toes and knees slightly come apart into our frog position. Big breath in, and as you exhale, reach out and roll up, chin onto your chest. Now, think of that chin pressing down onto your chest like we did when we were doing our pre-Pilates. And we're going to start beating the arms up and down, and we breathe in for 5 counts, and exhale for 5 counts. Breathing in for 5, exhaling for 5, and we're thinking of the top of our head reaching up to the ceiling as we bring our nose to our belly button and lengthening those arms. Deep breath in. So if you feel anything in the neck, the girl's going to show you now, you can bring the head down. The head can come down and you can keep pumping the arms. So the pumping is getting the blood flowing, the arms pumping from the shoulders nice and close to the heart, get it moving around the body. Now if you feel okay in the neck, curl up and over. You're taking the weight of your head into your chest and your tummy, but you could maybe bring the legs down one at a time. Press your tummy muscles and back into the mat, and you can be pumping from there. Breathing in, exhale. Good, now these girls know what they're doing. Bring those legs back into your chest, heels together, toes apart. If you want to go for the intermediate, you stretch those legs up to the ceiling for our last couple of sets. Breathing in. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then legs bend in, arms come up, and lay down. Feet down into the mat. Beautiful. And then we're going to move into our roll-up exercise. So we have a few modifications for this. So ladies, if you want to, just grab some kit. There's a few, you can go back to just doing the half roll-up where you're holding the back of the legs, which show you on very quickly, hands behind your knees, feet on the mat there, and you just can do a few little rollbacks. Mobilising the spine time now with a bit of control on the way down using the tummy. A few things you can try. You can try by putting some cushions into the lower back. So you're going to lie all the way down. So Siobhan's got some over there, Andrea's got some here. Okay, so this is our band. If you haven't got a band, you could get the rope tie out of your dressing gown or something else. You might have some rope in the garage or anything a little bit soft around the feet, but you can get these quite cheaply from TK Maxx. Stretch those legs out. And then Siobhan is going to go with the magic circle. Not quite sure what you could use an alternative for the magic circle, but Joseph Pilates created this from the beer keg, the metal around the beer keg, so if you have one of those. Okay, so you're going to place your band around your feet and hold on here. And then one thing that we sometimes see in the roll-up is the legs popping up when we over-cue our hip flexors here, so you can place a weight on your ankles. Alright ladies, so you're going to roll down. Arms reach up to the ceiling if they're free. If they're not, leave them where they are. You bring your chin to your chest. So for Siobhan, she's going to push her legs into the circle to help her come up. Bit of leverage there through the legs. And then we relax over for a stretch for the upper back and the lower back. Big breath in. Your tummy muscles pull back towards your spine. Your tailbone slides under. And you roll back, lower back, middle back, upper back. Arms stretch really good. Deep breath in, chin to chest. So remember, we will drop the ribs down, pull the abs in, and we curl up and over. It's about getting some mobility all through the back and a nice stretch down the back of the legs. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. and then rolling down. And then this is just keeping the weight of the feet down. But another way to try and switch these off is to make sure we really cue the ribs first. So deep breath in, chin to chest, drop the ribs, pull in the tummy and squeeze your bottom and lift up. So if you want to try without props, ladies, go for it. You can drop your weights, bands and circles, and we'll just do 2. And it's nice to flow once you've got the control. So we roll down, let's just all go down once together. All right. Legs squeezed together, bum muscles engaged. Float the arms up as the ribs drop down. Chin presses onto the fists, imagine it's there. And then reach forwards to those toes, and then roll them nice and slowly. Good, so think about really sucking those thigh bones into your body, and then relax your arms by your side. Good. Bend your right leg into your chest. We can go for those leg circles that we practiced in the other session. So you're going to hold behind the thigh and just stretch that leg up to the ceiling. You don't have to stretch it, you can just keep it bent. What I want you to try and do here is then just curl up, bring your chin to your chest, and from here see if you can just give the leg a little gentle stretch. Maybe you've got someone there that can just give you a little extra push. Kids love it when you do Pilates at home because they like to climb all over you and they can add extra weight and resistance. You do it with them. All right, arms by your side. Try and keep the leg there. Lie the bodies down. And we're going to do just 3 each way. So turn that leg out. Think about pulling the inside of your ankle, that right leg towards your left shoulder, and then take it across, down and lift up. Keep it nice and quiet on that left side, okay? So you're going to dig that left heel into your mat, beautiful. Reach those arms nice and long. So this is our stability exercise. How quiet can you keep that left side? And it's that spine spiral exercise. So you're going to lift that right hip off the mat. Good. Take it round in the other direction. That was more than 3, sorry. I get carried away. Now this is even harder to not pull off the opposite side, to keep it a little smaller so you don't lose your stability. You're going to work those tummy muscles, arms are pressing down. Last one. And bend it in. So you can do all of that with a bent leg. I'll show you with Siobhan, you can keep the leg bent. Let me borrow your legs. And do it this way. Doesn't matter if it's bent or straight. You're thinking, how still can I keep this side? And change. I know you might be a bit wonky. You can do 5 on each side, you can do 6, you can do 3. Just make them good ones. Let's go for the stretch. So stretch the leg up, bring the head and shoulders up, draw the leg towards you. Imagine the magic circle is between your body and you're pulling that leg, elbows wide. Your biceps get a little mini workout here. Good, now wherever the leg is, leave it there and lie down. Arms by your side. Your right leg is your anchor, so dig the heels in, reach those arms long, turn the leg out and circle. Good, 2 more. Keep pinching that little biro between your shoulder blades. Very nice. And change direction. Get some nice lubrication in those hip joints. 2 more. And 1. All right, bring that leg into your chest, bring the other leg into your chest. Grab your ankles and bring your chin to your chest. And you're going to start rocking forward and back so you're rolling like a ball. What we try and add in these sessions is flow. So if you just keep flowing through one exercise into the other, it doesn't give a chance. Keep rolling, ladies. It doesn't give you the opportunity for your brain to switch off and think about nonsense outside, or, shopping or whatever it is you've got to do. It keeps you engaged and it keeps your muscles switched on as well. Let's make them a little bit bigger. Don't land on your neck, but just try to land across your shoulders to shape the body like a ball. Breathe in to go back, puffing out the back, holding out the front, and then hold. Hold the balance. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in, lovely. So I want you to transition into your single leg stretch. Rolling down slowly with control. Put your right leg into your chest as your left leg pulls in the opposite direction, and you're going to land on your shoulder blades. Lovely. Again, shape those arms, lifting up the chest a little more, and we're going to change legs. They're going to switch, 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 switch. I want you to think about your bums first of all. So you squeeze your glutes, squeeze your glutes. Nice, it's a 2-way stretch. Your knee pulls one way, your toe pulls the other way, and you pull into the tummy, in, And hold both legs in. Hold it there. Stay up if you can. You can also take a break here, so you could put the head down, take a moment. Exhale, lift back up. So I want you to try. So Andrea, just do a set for me with your head staying down. And we're going to take our arms and legs just up to the ceiling. Keep it small. Keep it nice and small. Circle the arms round and then bring the legs back in. Keep those legs nice and still when you circle the arms. So arms and legs go up, circle the arms, and then bring the legs in. We need to go for one now where we can take the arms and legs a little bit further away from the body. As long as your pelvis doesn't move and you don't arch your back, Rita likes to be like the cat on YouTube, but we need to keep her in her box. Reaching up, circle round. You can bring the head up if you want to. Do through there. So how far away can you get your fingers from your toes without your belly popping? And your back arching and rest. Bring it down. So as soon as you start moving your end points, your fingers and your toes, further away from your centre, we run the risk of our tummy wall popping and maybe the back arching. If you feel that happening, you've got to bring everything back towards your centre. So keep the head on the floor, maybe don't take your legs as far away or too low. If you've had any tummy separation, it's really important that you check that out first in case there's any separation, and we really don't want anything sort of herniating through, so we've really got to, again, you can always ask me about any of that if you need to. Okay, stretch those arms and legs away, or you're going to just sit up for a spine stretch forward, so coming up any which way you like. You don't have to force it. If you haven't got your cushions there, just sitting up, use your hands. Okay, good. Move towards the back of your mats. This is quite a challenging exercise. It doesn't look it, like most Pilates, it doesn't look it, but it's really, really hard when it's done brilliantly like these three. You've got to sit up really tall. We want our back muscles to be working to keep us lovely, lovely, long and lifted. Open your legs just to hip distance. So when you first do this exercise, you could sit against the wall to give you that bit of support, or you could ask someone just to shove their leg in your back like this. And I want you to pull your tummy muscles into my leg. Take your arms in front of you at shoulder height. Flex your feet, keeping your lower back really long. Just reach forwards your upper back like you're rolling over a big ball, and then stack it back up. So she's not leaving me here, she's staying with me here. She's just taking the head, the upper back, and her arms are trying to stay parallel with the legs. There's a lot of work going on in there. And then stick it back to my leg. Lovely. So peeling forwards. It's opposition. You pull your ribs and your tummy back and you reach to those toes. Lovely. And come up. And sit really tall. Pull the ribs into me. Pull the toe. That's it. Nice. Stay with me. And come up. Sit really tall. There's so much energy required just to lift up. Isn't there, ladies? Yes. Yes. And lengthen. Reach. Reach. And now just as a little treat, just flop. Slump, switch off, deep breath in, roll up nice and slowly. Take the legs round behind you, come onto your hands and knees. Just have those hands, wrists underneath the shoulders. And then you're just going to walk back into your squat position. Again, you can come up anywhere you like, any knee problems, and this may not be a comfortable position for you, so you just come back to standing, arms by your side. Inhale, bring those arms up. And exhale, lower. Well done. So that's our first 6 or so exercises that you can do. Maybe at the start of the day with that one, because that will really get the blood going.